So guys, after so many versions of our favorite kaiju monster, do you ever think which version is the most powerful? Is it Monsterverse Godzilla or the Minus One? Let's find out. So guys, without wasting any time, we are first starting with the size of the monsters. For Shin Godzilla, Toho made the monster comparable to Legendary's version by upping his height to 389 feet. On the other hand, Godzilla Minus One decided to take his height down to 164 feet, making him exactly as tall as the original version from the 1954 classic. Well, because that's well short of the staggering height that Godzilla currently reaches in the Monsterverse, which is 393 feet. After talking about the size, let's see who is faster, the big one or the smaller one. In Godzilla Minus One, he has a halting way of walking, that's reminiscent of some of the older Godzilla films, specifically the 90s one. However, if we look at how Godzilla acts in Monsterverse movies, it's not hard to see which monster holds the advantage in speed. Rather than take slow lumbering steps, the Monsterverse's Godzilla runs and even leaps when necessary. So guys, now Godzilla is ahead with 2 points, but does he have the durability too? In the Monsterverse, Godzilla has nonchalantly shrugged off all sorts of human weaponry. Unfortunately, the same can't be said of Minus One's Godzilla, who visibly reeled when he was fired upon by a Japanese battleship. His face was also left heavily disfigured by the detonation of a mine in his mouth. Based on what's been seen of Legendary's Godzilla so far, it's safe to say a similar explosion would only be a minor annoyance to him that defeats Minus One Godzilla in the end. Minus One's Godzilla may not match the Monsterverse character in terms of physical toughness, but he does appear to beat the rival Alpha Titan in at least one category, and that one is the ability to regenerate. In Godzilla Minus One, the monster is able to regenerate instantly from his wounds. How quickly he can recover is one of the reasons why he was so difficult to kill. As for the Monsterverse's Godzilla, he too seems to enjoy fast healing, but there's no evidence that his regeneration rate is as advanced as Minus One's Godzilla. To his credit, that's partially because that power hasn't really been fully tested. So guys, now we have used almost every necessary criteria for their competition, but there is a last one, and that's the most important. Minus One's Godzilla also rivals his Monsterverse counterpart when it comes to their atomic breath, and that's saying a lot, especially when considering that Legendary's version blasted a hole all the way to the Hollow Earth in Godzilla vs. Kong. But while that's impressive, his individual blasts still don't cause the same level of widespread harm as Minus One Godzilla's atomic breath. True to his status as a product of nuclear weaponry, Minus One's Godzilla has an atomic breath power that functions like an actual nuclear bomb, complete with a mushroom cloud, and that puts the destructive potential of his atomic breath above the Monsterverse version. However, there's a catch, because Minus One Godzilla needs to recharge his atomic breath after just a single use of the attack. That's not something that's ever held back previous versions of Godzilla, including the Monsterverses. In spite of how well Godzilla Minus One manages to honor the spirit of the original kaiju, its titular villain still falls short of the Alpha Titan's incredible power level. He may be incredibly strong, but he has glaring weaknesses not shared by the Monsterverse's Godzilla. With more physical durability, speed and agility than the Toho monster, this Godzilla would be in excellent position to win any one-on-one fight he fights. And if he winds up in a situation where he has to fall back on his atomic breath against an enemy, he can afford to miss a blast or two. So guys, that's it for today. Which version do you think is the more strongest one? Please tell me in comments. And if you feel this video gives you content, please like and share this video. And before going, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys. We will see you soon.
我々しかこの国の未来を切り開くことはできない。